Hey everybody, Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. I just want to make sure that I got the mic on here correctly. So, what does that say? Okay, very good. Okay, it is a Thursday, September 3rd, 2020, and the market is retreating a little bit today. So, kind of interesting. It's been up 8 days in a row. So, wow, that's a lot. And it's not it's going down a little bit today. So let me make sure that I have this working right. Okay, great. I've got that. Okay, super. Yeah, I just want to make sure. I just changed out headphones, and sometimes that doesn't give you the best. There's little technical details that I try to get done first, but sometimes I run afoul of that. So thank you for bearing with me there on that. So hopefully you're hearing me better. These a little bit lighter weight headphones, for kind of nice for me. The Nasdaq is off 5%, and wow, a lot, but not really, because we've been up for the last 8 days, and I don't think this is the end of the world or anything. Like, don't jump out the window. But I do think it is a bit of a correction down to the 50-day moving average. So I think we're going to see, we may see a little bit of weakness tomorrow because it is an option expiration day. But I've actually been, as you all know, I basically went all cash basically on Tuesday. And I've been getting ready to jump in the market. I'm starting to make Tesla buys right now. I did sell some Tesla options as well, covered calls. So hopefully I didn't pull the trigger too early. I do think Tesla may pull back to 375. It possibly could do that. Hope not, but it could. But I do think that after that, we're going to see it move up because of the good things that are happening with Battery Day and that kind of thing. So don't fret. As I say, for many years ago when I was a kid in Los Angeles, don't fret. Call Chicken Delight. No, was it? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it was Chicken Delight, anyways. Uh, for those that you have were there, you probably it's a long, long time ago. So, anyways, so let's look at the Invesco Chukuku Trust. The Qs are basically trading down too. So everything is kind of trading down a little bit. But again, 8 days in a row up, that's just tremendous. It's down $17.11, but at 285, that's still tremendous. As you can see, it's coming right down to this 50-day moving average, and that is the line. And I do think we're going to see a bounce there because we've got a bounce there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So basically with the Qs, and I think in the market in general, this is the NASDAQ 100, basically when it pulls back, it pulls forward. So we'll see, usually that, but it isn't unprecedented if you look at this chart, these pullbacks. So this was quite a bit of a pullback, but it was a little bit overdue based on the fact that we had been up 8 days in a row. So that is tremendous when it happens. It's always good to have that happen, but we were up 8 days in a row, and it pulled back. So there you go. So let's see if we can get the next slide. Well, goodness, there we go. Sometimes I have trouble with the with the slides. I definitely had trouble with slides, and a router blew out on me yesterday. So that's why the show kind of ended a little bit there early. So a little technical difficulty. This is Tesla. As you can see, it has bounced a little bit, hopefully about 400. That seems to be where it's bouncing, but it's all at the very, very end of that trading range. Currently, when this slide was taken about 5 minutes ago, it was at 403.31. So definitely down a little bit, but I do think that hopefully we will see a firming up again as it moves back to the slope of the 50-day moving average. Now, by the way, this is split adjusted here. That's the reason why you're seeing. You're not seeing it in the 2,000 range and that kind of thing, right? Was before split. So it basically split. When it split, it was about 2,200, and if it on a split adjusted basis, that would be about 440. So we're really still pretty. We're still pretty high, pretty much of the trading range. I do expect there's going to be a lot of sell off people are going to be rebalancing their positions with Tesla because it went up so much. And it possibly could, pull back again. You never know. But I do think that we're going to see, hopefully, some movement up. So just to show you also my small portfolio, this is easily available for everybody. And I'm going to have to put my mute on here, I'm afraid. Yeah, okay. I'm going to ignore that, and then I'm going to have to put on the, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I can't take calls while the show is going. But anyways, as I said, Tesla is, definitely off, but it's potentially a buying opportunity on Tesla. And then I kind of want to show you where my actual holdings sit at this time. This is as of today. I'm down on everything. Ouch. But I didn't. I bought in at Tesla basically at the 409 level, so I'm about down a little down from that. Not quite as high as it. Is this at 402.92? So I'm off a little bit. I did set my stop loss. My stop loss is about 385 on Tesla currently. And also we're down on Skyworks and Microsoft, and so a lot of things have moved down quite a little bit, but the volume has gone up. So definitely a sell-off day on the market in general. So that's kind of it for that. So let's see if we can start looking at some questions. Okay, could you look at Tesla's volume today and compare it to Monday? Give your take on them. Well, definitely will. I'm gonna pull up a little better chart for Tesla, just so that everybody can see it. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up Tesla here real quick and give you an idea of sort of how that is going to be trading. So let's do a little research on that. There we go, and pull up Tesla here. ABD charts. There we go. Oops. I'm still pulling back. Okay, come on there. Give me a bar that I can pull down. Super, there we go. Great. And there we go. All right, it's still, there we go. Let's pull up the Tesla daily chart here. There we go. And this is the daily chart on Tesla. So let's take a quick gander at that here real quick. Here we go. With the with the Tesla chart, basically what we're seeing here is that of course there was a pullback here to about the 400 line. There has been pretty strong selling into this. As you can see, for the last 3 days, we've had 3 down bars in a day, 1, 2, and 3. I suspect that we're going to see a pullback. I mean, this was the pullback that I was talking about, and I have been talking about for about the last 2 weeks. This is the pullback. I think there's going to be a buying opportunity probably today. And again, I moved into the stock today. Maybe I was a little bit too early, but I'm going to be moving back. I'll probably be buying more tomorrow. I bought about 400 shares this morning, and at about the 409 level. So I'm pretty confident on that, and I think there's going to be a bounce. But I do suspect that, typically the way this works, and I just want to kind of show you, and I want to see if you can see this. Typically, Tesla rarely pulls back more than 3 days in a row. So I do think by Monday, I think we may have another pullback day tomorrow, but I think by Monday it'll definitely be in the blue. So that has been the case with Tesla. Now, that not always holds, but it's a pretty good indicator with Tesla, as it typically pulls back at the maximum 3 to 4 days, and then it moves up. But we've come through the split, so it's kind of a special case with Tesla right now. But I do suspect that we're going to see it reverse probably tomorrow and maybe into Monday. So that's a very good question. Is the stock market crashing? No, not at all. Not at all. The stock market typically will never move more than about 8 days in a row up is phenomenal. I don't think it's crashing. I mean, it seems like the world is ending because the markets are up $500 today, but I don't necessarily think this is happy talk. I just think that there's a bit of a pullback. I mean, people are selling. Here's what's happening. A lot of the people that did get those splits are selling them, and there's a lot of people selling Tesla right now. There's a lot of pressure on selling. So, probably by Monday, or at least even be tomorrow, potentially, Tesla may be a good buy because it's most people will not buy something when when it's been pulled back, but that's typically many times the best time to buy. So I don't think the world is ending by any stretch of the imaginations, and the reason I don't is because we have a solid we have a solid market direction in that we have a solid market direction in favor. So I just wanted to show you some of the psychological indicators that can sort of give you an idea of sort of what is happening. And of course we have the big bear. Yeah, we have the big bear. And the headline is, the big growth stocks crumble. How low can it go? Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go. It's gonna pull back. I mean, that's why I went into all cash on Tuesday. But I'm still very confident that when people are selling, that's when you want to kind of look for the bargains, and I think there's going to be some available very, very, very quickly. So, just my take on that as well. So, we will see. I may be totally wrong by by Monday, but at least for right now, I'm looking to buy some stuff. As I have put most of my stuff in dry powder right now. So that's kind of the way it looks. So let's look at some psychological indicators because this is a very interesting area when when there is kind of some when there's pullback on the markets. Well, let's see. Where is the psychologicals? I love these psychological. No, well, market trend. That's in the market trend. I always get this wrong, so dealing with a little bit different screen today. So let's see, where is it? Okay. All right. There we go. So we want to look at the volatility index. That's a really good thing to look at. Let's look at the spiking in the volatility as we go. So see if we've made a bottom or not. Let's just kind of look here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, we definitely had a spike up, very much so, in the volatility. And let me show you that chart right now. And that shows you, yeah. So we went up, the VIX went up significantly today. We'll see if it goes up to 44, but we did have a significant spike on the VIX today. So we definitely had a spike. So we shall see. I don't think this is the start of a trend. I just think this is a pullback. But again, you never know. But the VIX is definitely up today, no question about it. And that can be sometimes a little bit disconcerting. But I think that we should be fine on that as well. So let's look at another market trend indicator, just kind of give us an idea of sort of where we might be heading in this market. We're still in a confirmed uptrend, by the way. Okay, so oh goodness gracious, where is this? I'm using a different patterns than I have been, and I don't quite know where everything is that I'm showing here. So you have to bear with me a little bit. There we go. So let's look at the put to call ratio. This is also important. This typically will show a market direction change, and this is called the put to call ratio, and I do show it quite a bit. And let's see how it's trending. Yeah, it's trending down, so that's very good, actually. So let's show you that put to call ratio as well on there. So it's I have to take off that. There we go. There's the put to call ratio. Yeah, I mean, it bounced up a little bit there, but it's still well below the change in direction line, which is 115. So this is the put to call ratio, and so that looks good too. So I don't think this is a major change in direction. I just think this is a pullback based on what I am seeing in the indicators. So that's kind of the way I'm in. On the average, how long do bear and bull markets run? Well, good question. Typically, Most bear markets are only about 18 months, but we're not in a bear market. I want to be very, very clear about that. We are not in the bear market. We are still in a confirmed uptrend. So, I mean, I know that it's, I know that everybody. This is typically, this happens. We are not in a confirmed downtrend yet, but we may be. I mean, we may be in the future. What I want to show you is, and this is why every show I start out with this indicator, and I just want to kind of show it to you, so that you can see it. So hopefully, goodness gracious, it just doesn't want to be kind to me today. All right, well, okay, we've got themes there. Okay, let's see if we can view this right. All right, yeah, every show I begin this way, and what I do is I show the indicator. We are still in the confirmed uptrend in the market direction, even though the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow Jones are all down. We are still in a confirmed uptrend. So when this arrow here changes from green to yellow, then you got to start being careful. Right now, we're still in a confirmed uptrend, and that will depend. So by Monday, if this changes to a yellow arrow, then we're gonna have to make some changes to the portfolio. But right now, we're still in a confirmed uptrend. I just want to be very clear about that, because it's not time. It's time possibly to buy now. Oh, hello from Canada to you too. Thank you for watching from Canada. I've got a lot of friends up there in Canada. Do love Canada. I want to get back so that I can go back up there. Of course, we got to be quarantined at the border, so I don't know if I want to spend the time at the border. But I do love Canada. So, and by the way, TD Ameritrade is a Canadian bank, and it's sort of it's a Canadian, and well, it was bought by Charles Schwab, but it's a good way to trade if you want to trade on the American exchanges. It's really, really good way to do it. Why are the tech stocks moving together in lockstep? Well, mainly because people are invested in the techs, and the techs tend to trade kind of the same. The fangs tend to trade they're kind of the same. The only one that really seems to be bucking, well, um, it's because the main money has been going into the techs, and so now it's pulling out. It's looking for another home. I suspect that we may see a rotation into some of the consumer staples, but really they don't provide the growth. So I do think that once this pullback is over with, you're probably going to see some movement back into the techs. And by the way, we're coming up on two major events. One is Battery Day from Tesla, and the other one is the rollout of the 5G, which will be happening soon here. It'll be happening basically on the 21st of September. So that will be a good time possibly as well. Okay. Are you a buy Tesla dip? Absolutely, I'm a buy Tesla dip. That's my whole strategy, and it's been my whole strategy really for quite a while here. Is that, and I want to show everybody this again. I keep showing this every time, and you're probably thinking, God, I've seen this a million times. I don't want to see it again, but I just think that this might be something that you might want to take a look at as well. So let's see if we can. Okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. So let's see if I have okay, back to there. And, well, is that my Tesla 4-day trade? Okay. All right, well, am I showing the right slides there? I don't know. Let's see if I can let's see if I can show you the chart once again. So you can see these. There we go. 10. That's 108 is the one I always show. Yeah, there we go. 108, perfect. I'm going to show you that slide again. Kind of how I suspect that Tesla will continue to trade. And I show this pretty much every show, and it's pretty much held true. Not exactly calling the dates, but pretty much. So here we go. Here's the slide again. So let me kind of go through with you again. We're in the post-split We did. This is when it split 5 for 1, and then it moved up a little bit right after that, and then it pulled back. This was Monday, and so it's pulling back down. I may have bought a little bit too early, but I do suspect that it's going to pull down. Tesla definitely has been pulling down, and then I think we're going to see on the other side of that, we're going to see it move up. And I do think that's either going to happen tomorrow or on Monday. But I may be a little bit premature in there with my buying. I went in pretty aggressively because I thought it was at good levels. It may pull back to as low as 375. So it may be as low as that. But this is the kind of this uptick is going to allow us to buy shares like Apple and Tesla at good prices and into a increasing market. I think this is just a minor pullback, and I'm not too worried about this, but always have to be vigilant on this because it can be, there. You don't know until you're in it if you're in a downturn. But I don't, one day does not make a downturn. One day does not make a downturn. And it is a holiday weekend. Yes, absolutely. And so I do think that there's going to be some selling into the holiday weekend, and I think once people come back from Labor Day, I think that probably it'll be that that'll be back. So we don't know. Good day, Jim. What a sell-off! Yeah. Well, sell-offs happen. Sell-offs happen. I know. I know that's many people have not seen pullbacks. I definitely have seen several. In my life, I was around in '87 for that. So wow, I'm getting a lot of interest here. With such a sharp downturn. You thought what triggers it? Oh, okay. Well, what triggers it is that stocks just don't typically go up 8 days in a row strong, and then they readjust. So I don't necessarily think we've broken the trend. I really don't. I just think that it's a pullback, and that's what I was trying to say with the Tesla is that sell and then wait for the pullback and then buy the pullback. I'm buying right now Tesla. I'll be honest. I bought this morning. I bought probably a little too high at 409. It's about 403 or so. It's like if it pulls back a little bit more, I'll be stopped out. But I am definitely this is a dip, and I think this is a good opportunity to come back in. So my opinion, market kicked ass today. In the wrong direction. Any thoughts? Well, on DraftKings, I like DraftKings. Let's see if I can go get a number for you on DraftKings. Oops, back to stock list. So let's go back to the research tab and look at DraftKings. I want to look at DK, DKNG. I think it's DKNG. Yeah, right. DraftKings, is that right? DraftKings, yay, DraftKings. I like DraftKings, by the way, very much. So let's look at the daily chart. It's down a little bit today. It's still, I think, I really like this space. This and Penn National are two really good ways to go. DraftKings looks like it's moving back to the 40-day, the 50-day line, and it looks quite good. Still 98 relative strength. I wouldn't be a buyer at this point. I would wait until it pulls back to about 35, and then I would possibly be in it. We'll see if it has any weakness tomorrow. It may be weaker tomorrow and pull back, but very much like DraftKings here. I very much like the I very much like DraftKings at this level. So wait for pullback. Wait for about $35, and I think you're good to go. DraftKings is a very, very strong stock, and I think you do very well on DraftKings. I may be. It's not on my watch list, but I may be. I'll be ready to. Do you think Battery Day? I think Battery Day is going to be tremendous, and that's why I'm buying. To be honest with you, I'm buying right now. I know everyone else is selling, but I'm buying right now. I'm buying Tesla. I bought 400 shares this morning. Not a small piece of change. I mean, I'm telling you, I went out on a limb there. I may be live to regret it, but no, I think Battery Day is going to be huge, and I really like Teslas. As you know, I'm a Tesla bull. I don't short Tesla because I think the people that short Tesla are. I know all the naysayers say it can't go up anymore and all that, but it is a new age in cars. I mean, I think that I think that electric cars are going to be huge, and electric trucks are going to be even huger, if you could believe it. So I'm very, very happy to be buying Tesla at this price. I really am. I'm really, I think very fortunate on that. Thoughts on the cues? Okay, well, I showed you the cues before. Let's kind of take a look at sort of the trending on the cues, because I think that's an important thing here. So let me see if I can give you a good number on the cues as they are trading. Well, goodness. Go back to research. There we go. Okay. And let me see. I want to buy. I want to be looking at the QQQs. There we go. All right. And oops. Okay. QQQ. Right. For some reason it's not letting me replace that. Yeah, okay, well, Well, Okay, well, sorry about that. I can't seem to, again, I'm having software issues. So let's see if I can pull a keyword up. QQQ. There we go. There are the cues. Yeah, we've got a lot of volume, so there's definitely a sell-off going on the cues, as we can see. Huge volume line. It looks like there is a break on the chart. There's tremendous amounts of selling, and also a pullback. So yeah, we might potentially see a reverse in direction. I mean, we're down 5% on the cues. We were up at way over 300. So we may be fine. We might finally see a movement back to the we may see a movement as low as 275 on this. But I do think that we are going to bounce at the 50-day. But I could be wrong on that. But right now, yeah, right now it is pulling back, and it's pulling back hard with a lot of volume. So a lot of people are before holiday, they are seem to be selling their positions out. So. I'm not too worried about it, but then again, I sold almost everything I had on Tuesday, so the only thing I'm really in right now is Tesla and then the small portfolio. By the way, if everybody wants to get a look at the small portfolio, it's super easy. All you have to do is go to youtube.com/Dell's Trading Floor and put your first and last name in there, and also your email address, and we'll send you out the link, and so you can take a look and see how I'm trading the small portfolio. This is a portfolio of I started with about $5,000 about a month ago. So we're going to show sort of the progress and also the watch list on this. So super easy to get that as well. And if you're on TikTok, very, very easy to get onto the list. This is not for the small portfolio. This is for the action trade alerts, which is something that I send out on a regular basis, sort of how I'm trading things. And that's available. All you have to do is go to my profile on TikTok and then hit the link, and it takes you right to the sign up page. You need the first and last names plus the plus your email address, and you'll be right on the list. And subscribe. It's also free, and if you want to, cancel anytime you want, and the whole thing. By the way, I'm also on YouTube, and that's how, if you're looking on TikTok and you want to see the charts that I'm putting up, super easy. All you have to do is go to youtube.com/Dell's Trading Floor, and you will see that as well. So that's also a good way to go. So let's get back to the questions. Okay. SP500 announcement. That's interesting. Tesla SP500. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know that on the news, but I wouldn't be surprised. There's all kinds of Tesla news coming out, and I'm going to try to look into that. I don't have an exact information on that, but thank you for bringing that up. I, I appreciate all the Tesla stuff, because I am actively trading it, and and that's a good way to go. 4,000 shares Tesla buy bid at 400. Okay, okay, that's interesting. At 400, okay, okay, that doesn't surprise me. Somebody, it sounds like somebody big is coming in to Tesla. Let's see if I can pull a Tesla chart, a live Tesla chart up here for right now. Come on, baby. There we go. Let's see if I can pull a live Tesla chart so we can take a look at that. See kind of what the volume is doing. And I can probably switch over to a, see if I can switch over to a, see if I can switch over to a better chart for that. But let's look at the Tesla live chart. So that's not working. All right, here's the Tesla live chart, and this is just the daily chart. But yeah, we vary a lot of. Oh, we do. Okay, so I think we may be getting to the bottom here. We'll see. We're just about at close. So that's going to be. Oops. Well, that's kind of weird. What's going on there? Oh wow, look at that, after hours. Okay, we just moved after hours, so let's see. Oh, look at that. Wow, it's going up. No surprise. No surprise. No surprise. There was a big sell-off, and now it is moving up again. So after hours, it's moved up to 408, and I think we have seen possibly the turn on Tesla. It's looking like it is up. Yeah. After hours, it seems like people are buying. It seems like there was a bounce, as I kind of expected there would be. So I should be in a good shape by tomorrow. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. But it looks like after hours Tesla is up. That's a good sign. And I do think we have seen a turn. So we'll see on the other ones tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can put out a trade alert on something. I got to look at things, how they're going. But it just looked like, okay, good question. I will buy Tesla tomorrow. Another red day coming. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think we could see another red day on Tesla, but again, don't count Tesla out. I mean, what we've been out, what, a day or two. Don't count Tesla out. I mean, it's again, I started buying today, so I may be in there buying tomorrow as well. So I do think that we're just seeing the shakeout of the shares that were created with the split. So there is going to be some good stuff coming. It looks as if on the after hours, Tesla's trading up slightly. It's about one. Yeah, it's very active. That's all I can say. So good time, possibly. Yeah, and that's the bid. All right, and opinion on Amazon. Okay, Amazon is another course stock I absolutely love. I mean, who wouldn't love? Who doesn't love Amazon as a stock? It's just great. I wish they would split, but that's everybody, all the quote unquote smart people say that the splits don't matter. I mean, you've heard that from your economics professors and everything like that. Oh, splits don't matter, and but they do. They absolutely do. I mean, splits do matter because there are always uh, when splits happen, it opens it up to just a lot of people that before couldn't get in there. So let's take a look at um, that Tesla chart to see. And this is kind of I want to show you the minute chart, basically, to show you kind of how it's been trading. Let's look at that minute chart and go back over here. Just put it up. Here we go. It's basically into the close. It looks like it. We're definitely seeing some power. I mean, we're definitely seeing some power. So let me see if I can bring that up here for you a little bit better on that. Wow. Okay, come on. Just move over to that. Oops. All right, there we go. And I'm on that chart now. So hopefully that shows you a little bit better on the 1 minute chart on Tesla. So hopefully you can see that a little bit better on that chart. So, all right. Oh, now we have Windows. So, hope did I? There we go. I'm back now. Oh goodness, I'm still learning how to do all these things. It's all new for me with Apple. So, what do you think about Sunrun and anticipation of a Biden presidency? Well, I'm not one who. Oh, okay. Let's see. Green screen not working for TikTok. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, with TikTok, Ivan, I apologize for this. With TikTok, the green screen does not work. It doesn't allow me to do that on there, but it only allows me to use the green screen on YouTube. So I appreciate you coming over to YouTube. It doesn't allow me to do that on TikTok. I simultaneously film for a number of things, and unfortunately, the green screen is not allowed on TikTok. So. That is the issue. Friday, do you see low volume Amazon comments? Okay, let's see if I can give you something decent on Amazon. So let's pull that over here to here and see if I can. Oops. Well, if it won't let me. Oh, it's just not letting me. It's not letting me see these with any kind of fidelity. So let's go to Amazon here. Come on. All right. There we go. Now we're back up for Amazon. After hours. Wow. It may be a buy tomorrow. Who knows? There's a big pullback on Amazon. And it looks like they all seem to be pulling back to the 50-day. They won't actually touch it, but as you can see, if you ran a line parallel to this, and look, in after hours again, Tesla is up. So there seems to be a big pull off. There seems to be a big sell off today. It's probably distribution day. That's a day when many of the portfolios rebalance. I think that's probably what it is. We'll find out tomorrow if it was a distribution day. And again, in after hours, there's a renewed strength in buying. So I just don't think that this is not the. I don't think this is the beginning of a downturn. I think we would have to see at least multiple days of pullback. So remember, we had 8 up days in a row, and it's very unusual. So I'm not terrifically worried about that in terms of that. So okay, let's see. Do you think that Sunrun in anticipation for a Biden president? I can't tell you on that. That's a good one. I'm going to shelve that for a little bit. Do you thoughts on Exxon get dropped off the Dow and then the hurricane? ExxonMobil. I wish I had good things to say about ExxonMobil. It is it's from a legacy standpoint. I mean, that's the original Standard Oil company, but they seem can't keep catching a break. I do think that I'm not saying that we're at the end of the oil age is, I think, presumptuous, but I do think that things are starting to happen. I mean, I do think that that we are getting into a situation where oil is not nearly as important as it used to be in the world market because of things like batteries. And this is not a good chart, unfortunately. It's off 20 cents, only 20 cents today. It's up after hours, which is a good thing. But the downward trend on this has me worried. They've been dropped off the Dow. They may not be able to make their dividend. It's a lot of woe for ExxonMobil, and unfortunately, because they're right here in Irving, Texas, and they employ a lot of people in their great company. But I think that they're better. The market is betting on things like Tesla because they believe that the better days for Teslas are ahead of them, whereas they're betting against ExxonMobil, where the best days may be already behind them. So that's just a kind of a thought on that. So, all right, should we get back into Blink? Blink. As you know, I was in Blink. I sold out. Did okay on Blink. I still really like the space. It's very volatile. It's a less expensive stock, so it's not really what I would call a great stock. It started out under $10, so. Um, uh, you definitely can make money if you have enough shares, but it typically is a little bit risky. And it was on my cheap list. So here we go. this is the daily chart for Blink. Let's look at it. You know, it's not in a buyable position right now, unfortunately. It has moved below the 50-day moving average, and it looks like it's moving down further. So until this thing reverses, I don't think we want to be back in it. I was basically in it, and then we moved up, and then right before earnings, that's when I sold, and then unfortunately it's gone the other way since. But that's typically with these stocks. Let's see if it can regain. This isn't really viable now until it gets to about $14 a share. It, Oh, my phone's ringing. Wow. It's not really viable until it gets to about $14 a share again, unfortunately. But I'm going to be putting out some interesting other stocks that I think are going to ready to pop, and they may be good as well. So don't give up on the cheap stocks, but you know, this one, unfortunately, Blink is not a buy right now. I'm out of it. I'm sold out of it. And but definitely, you know, to see this, watch the small portfolio at. And the way to get out of that, of course, is to go to Dallas Trading Floor. We're of course on YouTube at youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor, and then we're also uh, the website to sign up for the small portfolio to get the link to it to see so you can see it all the time, and that's www.dallastradingfloor.com. So also. I do have a phone, and sometimes I answer it. Sometimes not during the show, but sometimes I do answer it. And this is my direct line, 214-233-5087. So I thought I'd just show you that for a second so you could see that as well. All right, so back to the questions, and let's take some from I've been neglecting people from TikTok, so that's no good. No one can actually predict the stock market, no matter. Yeah, I agree with that. I do. But you know what? You can see trends, and trends typically are a very good way to do it. As again, I was predicting a pullback, and indeed, we have had a pullback. So I was primarily doing it on Tesla stock, but it kind of covers the market because typically the FANGs are the ones that are being traded the most. So, okay. Is Tesla a good buy right now? Well, you know what? I think it is. I think it definitely is. Uh, you, you and I have nothing to. All right. Okay. Okay. Why are you such an expert on this? I'm not an expert on this at all. As again, I tell everybody out there that I have no insider information whatsoever. Unlike people in the political campaigns, I have no insider information. What I am, though, is I am a student of William O'Neill, and William O'Neill, I believe, is probably the greatest stock. He's definitely the greatest stock picker alive. And he lives in Los Angeles, and he is the founder of the Investor Business Daily. He's semi-retired now, but he developed a system called Can Slim, and I think it's very, very well worth your time to study this system because he is one of the first people that really systematized the stock market, and he's been extremely successful in his life. And most of the top traders, like David Ryan and some of the other ones, they're all students of Can Slim and of William O'Neill. And if you want to get a book that shows that, the best one out there, of course, is his original book, and I think it's a fourth edition now or something like that. And by the way, it's available on the website. All you have to do is go to www.Dallas Trading Floor, go to the book section. There's a how to it's the third tab down, and then you can just click on that. But it's how to make money in stocks, a winning system, good times or bad, and it's available off of my website if you're interested. And it's fulfilled from Amazon, of course, like everybody else. Just a terrific system to show that. So I'm going to show you my small portfolio now, so I can show you that I am not. Um, uh, so you can see kind of what you can get if you are to sign up for the link. And yeah, I'm just going to go to that right now, and I'll show you that up on the screen just in a second. And for everyone looking on TikTok, I am broadcasting this on YouTube at youtube.com/DallasTradingFloor. All you're seeing is a green screen, unfortunately, because I'm doing a simulcast as well, and I need that for the for that. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so let's see what I'm in currently. All right. Well, for some reason, this is showing a. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this shows the makeup of my stock portfolio right now, and I have to set the resolution on this. Is for some reason it's giving me not the resolution I want to see on this. It's giving me way too big a screen, but at least you can see it. This is currently what I have, and the shares. This is in the small portfolio, and as you can see, we have 8 shares of Microsoft. We have 3 shares of Facebook, Skyworks, and then we just bought some Tesla today at 412. It may be a little bit high because it's at 407 right now, so it's pulled back a tad. But I'm not that concerned. This gives you kind of an idea of the makeup of how I'm in it. And this is the small portfolio. And hopefully, if I get this thing to if I get this thing to kind of work, this shows you cash, and then the other ones that I'm in there: Microsoft and cash, Microsoft, Facebook, Skyworks, and Tesla. And right now I'm more in cash than anything else. I'm getting ready to deploy some cash as well on this. And this is the small portfolio, and it's available by going to to Dallas Trading Floor and signing up. It's super easy. Here's the address, of course, and they also have the action trade alerts, dallastradingfloor.com, and it's totally free, by the way. So. And I also have a watch list there that I show kind of what I'm watching right now and if they're in the buy zone or not. And this is my watch list currently. I'll just kind of show you a feature of this. It shows you if it's in the buy zone or extended. Some of these things are not in the buy zone. Some of them are. We definitely have some ones in there, but that's kind of showing you what is on the small portfolio there. That shows you that. So that's how I'm trading. It's not all the portfolios that I trade. I trade about 6 portfolios, but this is the small one, the demonstration portfolio that I trade, and it has a very nice watch list that can be used, hopefully, to make money. That's the whole idea behind everything. And of course, I'm trying to put it out there, everything for free, so everyone can get a start on that. All right, so 30 minutes late. Wow, okay, sorry about that. No problem. I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30 and hopefully hopefully the show won't blow up like it did yesterday with my technical problems. Thoughts on the spider? The spider, of course, everybody should know this. The spider is one of the most significant of all of the ETFs. It's the largest ETF in the world, and it covers basically the S&P 500. And what's so significant about the spider is that it contains so much of so many people's portfolios are in the spider. So let me pull up the spider chart here. Again, I'm having some resolution issues with this monitor over here. Maybe I should get another monitor. Who knows? Okay, let's pull this up and get a on the spider. SPY is the symbol, force of the spider. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. So let's look at it relative. I have it in the daily mode, but let's go to the weekly mode so we can see kind of how it's pulled back. And this is going to give you a better idea of sort of the general overall for the market. This was when it hit about 240 here. This was in about the last week of February, and then there was an extreme pullback. Of course, this was the coronavirus thing. Then they started to pump money into the economy, and it's moved up ever since. Now, this is, I believe, this is a momentary pullback. We've had 1, 2, 3 weeks of pullback like this. We're going to definitely have one this week, but if you'll notice, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up weeks in a row. This is the 6th pullback. That's not unusual. As a matter of fact, more than 3 or 4 up weeks in a row is quite unusual. So I don't think this is out of the character at all, because it's following this trend line almost exactly. And this, of course, is the 50-day moving average. So by pulling back, it is up in after hours. Not a lot, but it's up in after. So I think that there was a lot of programmatic selling, and the volume was extremely high. But I do believe that we're back on the mend. And I do think that tomorrow may be a down day, but I'm pretty sure that Tuesday, that's the day after Labor Day, of course, and I won't be broadcasting on Labor Day. That's a holiday for us here. Will be probably an up day, but you never can tell. I do think that there's a very high likelihood that's the case. Okay, I can see I can't see live video upload. Yeah, you know what? I had an issue. Unfortunately, I wish. Thank you for wanting to see this. You know, I lost the connection and I had a router difficulty, and unfortunately, there was a problem with my service provider. So I think that's lost forever. Unfortunately, I wish I could show that one to you. You know, I didn't even have a recording of it either, but I so appreciate you putting that out there. Now, hopefully, this one won't have a problem. There was a router problem, and you know, ah, it was a technical difficult. So I don't know if that one recorded on YouTube. So, but thank you for watching that so much. I'm sorry that I can't. That happened. Thoughts on RHHBY? Well, I'm not sure. Is it RHBBY? Because that seems unusual. Typically, stocks have only 4 letters. Let's try that. RH BY. Let's try that as the. Let's see if I get that. I think this is probably the one you're looking for. No, RHHBY. Well, let's try the RHHBY. See if I can get something for that. Well, sure enough, yeah, Roche Holding Limited ADR. Okay, this is right. This is okay. I stand corrected. You are absolutely right. Let's look at this one as a stock. So let's pull up the chart for that. This is not what I would really be. This is not the kind of chart that I would really be interested in. It's essentially a sideways chart. It's simply moving right at the 50-day moving average, which is about 44. So it's not a bad chart, but I don't think that this one. I don't think this one's really exciting. I think you could probably do better than this one. Let's see how it leads. DHR is the number one in the group. So let's look at DHR just so we can kind of get. This is a therapeutics as well. Danaher, that's interesting. Danaher is the company, by the way, that Larry Culp used to be the chairman of. He's now the chairman of General Electric. So it's very interesting. Look at Danaher is a great company. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, in Roche and Danaher, you might want to look at Danaher, even though it's down today, but it looks like it's going to settle at the 50-day moving average. So that's the look for Danaher as on that. So might be a good one as well. I'm not really very excited about RHHBY, Roche Holdings. What do you think of a Canadian bank ETF like Bancorp? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure on Canadian ETFs. I will have to probably get back to you on that. Okay. So is after hours the same as normal trading? We're changing. Well, no, not really. After hours is very interesting because after hours really exists because banks, certain large holders don't want to show don't kind of want to show you what they're doing. What they do is they want to trade it in the after hours so that if they have to dump a position, Warren Buffett is famous for this, by the way. He will say things like, "Oh, I'm buying the airlines," and then in the middle of the night he sells all this Delta. So that happens all the time. It's sort of a lot of the big holders will liquidate positions in the after hours so as not to spook the market too much. I don't really like trading in the after hours. To be honest with you, I did buy Tesla in the after hours when it announced the split. I did buy it in the after hours, and I'm glad I did. But most of the time, the after hours is really for large people that want to start to unload stocks, so they can do it and not affect the general overall market too much. Because if somebody that has too many shares and they sell in the open market, it can sometimes crater the issue. So that's part of the reason. But I don't like to trade in it. It typically does. You don't get it nearly as good a bid and ask. Now here's how you know how a market is efficient. If in a market the bid and the ask are very, very close, that means it's an extremely efficient market. The further away that gets, the worse it gets, and the less efficient the market is. This is one of the reasons why I don't like to trade penny stocks, because typically the bid and ask is very, very far apart, and it is not easy to trade. Should I hold BOXI? Interesting. Let's see. Let's take a look at BOXI to see if I can give you, somewhat of an idea on that on that as well. So BOXI is the the name. So let's go get BOXI. Bringing up the chart right now. Okay. BOXI. BOXI. Let's see if this is a buy or hold here. No results found. Huh, that's interesting. BOXL. I'm sorry, BOXL. I said BOXI. That's wrong. It's BOXL is the symbol on that. Yeah, there we go. Boxlight. Let's look at Boxlight. Wow, hard to trade because it's so volatile. But let's look at Boxlight. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pull it up on the screen for us. Let's analyze it right now. I wouldn't be, if I was in this stock, I would be selling. And the reason I would be selling is even though we have a 93 relative strength, which is quite good, by the way, we are below the 50-day moving average. I just don't like it below the 50-day moving average, though. They were, we have seen, we saw some selling into the close, but now we're seeing a pullback. I wouldn't be in this one. I just don't like this that much. It doesn't. This stock doesn't really appeal to me very much. It's too cheap and it's too volatile. Even though it might be good. Thoughts on Under Armour? Let's see if I can get a good something interesting for Under Armour. I wonder what the Under Armour. Let me see what. Under Armour has been underperforming Nike as of late, unfortunately. And I don't know why, but it definitely has. So I haven't really been following it. It's not really in my wheelhouse as much as it should be. UNDERARMOUR is the name of the stock. Okay, Under Armour. UR maybe? No. Under. Let's try Under. See if I can get something. Under Armour, UA. Apologize. So easy. This should be just so easy. Okay, Class A. Okay, I'm going to take UA because that is the common on this one, as opposed to. Okay, yeah, look at that, $9, and this is interesting. Okay, yeah. No, I don't really like it. I don't really like this stock. I don't like this chart at all. This should be better than this. So this is the chart that I have for Under Armour right now. And it's not a chart I would buy. It's sticking around the 40-day moving average, but it's moving down. It's under $10. So I couldn't I can't be that bullish on Under Armour right now. Let me do some more research on Under Armour. Let me do some more research on Under Armour as a stock because I don't think that is good. So I've covered Tesla. So I bought a share today, and I'm thinking of waiting until tomorrow. What do you think? Well, I think that Tesla is going to go higher. I do, and I think buying on a pullback is a very good idea. I think it's a very good idea. Thoughts on Under Armour? Okay, Jim. Hi Jim. Do you keep your profile completely rolling? Well, you know what I do. What I try to do is I try to update it. I have my certain rules. If I buy something and it doesn't move off the dime in a week, I typically get rid of it, even if even if it's gone up. And also, I always sell if it's pulled back. At 7%, it's done. I sell it. That's what I do. But I typically try to get stuff that's right before on a pivot or a pullback to a 50-day, and those are the kind of stocks I buy. I started trying to trade it with exclusively penny stocks, but the problem with penny stocks, of course, is that they're very, very volatile, and they're harder to trade. And so I had this opportunity in Tesla and Apple, and I took it, and that's why I've been trading it. I'm going to be more back to kind of the lower price stocks. Lower price stocks typically are harder to trade because they're more volatile, but you can do very well in them. And so, I'm not anti-small stock. I'm not anti-low price stock at all. There are, so I'm going to have more of those in it as well. But what I do have in there is I have a situation where I'm showing kind of the watch list, and that's sort of an important aspect of this is that I try to keep the watch list up so that other people can see it. And I'll just show you really quickly. This is sort of how the watch list looks. And I have a watch list and I have what's on it and whether it's in the zone or not and all that. And unfortunately, I can't quite get this resolution here. I've got to change this around to make it easier to read on the screen in terms of the spreadsheet. But the spreadsheet's available on the link and it's super easy to get. All you have to do is go over to my website, and it's at www.DallasTradingFloor, and then you will be able to get the link to it, and it's totally free. And also, action trade alerts, I send those out typically when I'm trading things and sort of how I'm going to trade things. And I had a number of them on Tesla. And so coming up, we're going to probably do some 5G on that action trade alerts too. And of course, it's all free. And I would love it if you sign up because everybody out there it's so great to talk to everyone out there because you give me so many great trading ideas, and hopefully I can share some of how I'm trading with you, and hopefully for so you can be profitable too as well. So it's an hour, and thank you very, very much. I'll be back tomorrow at 2:30. Now, here's the thing: I won't be broadcasting on Labor Day. That's Monday, so I won't be. We'll be off the air then, but we'll be back on Tuesday at 2:30. And again, anytime up till then, if you want, just go to Dallas Trading Floor, and if you want to ask a question, try to get to all those that I can. And everybody, thank you so much for watching me on TikTok. Hopefully, TikTok survives. If not, do sign up for the trade alerts, and that way, wherever it goes, you'll be the first to know. And that's if you're on TikTok, super easy to do. All you have to do is go to my profile, hit the link, and it takes you right to the sign up page. So I have one last question. So hopefully, okay. Not sure if you cover this, but would you buy more Tesla now? Yeah, you know what? I don't cost average down typically, but I am going to be buying more Tesla probably tomorrow. And again, I went in bought today, and I probably will have a buy tomorrow. So we shall see what happens. I could be, I may, I'm setting my stop losses up tonight. So if there's more pullback, I'll be sold out. But I am still very much of a Tesla bull. So I thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching today. And I hope to see you on tomorrow at 2:30 Central.